All right, we ready to talk some AFC football, boys?
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
The Devil's Conference.
Titans
Devils.
0-17.
I have a question though, Wyatt.
Yeah.
Is it the Devil's Conference because the winner usually wears red?
That's true. I don't know. I really don't like teams that I just don't like the divisions or conferences that are non-Detroit teams. Like
Hey.
I've never really cared about AFC teams. I've never cared about I don't even know what the American League or are the national whatever the Tigers aren't. I know nothing about baseball, but I just don't like they feel so far away. We never play them. So it's just like you play them a couple times in the beginning of the season. Like, I don't know. I just don't know a whole lot about the AFC. And seems like most of the winners are AFC. I don't know how many times in my lifetime it's been an AFC winner, including the Patriots, the Chiefs. I don't know. It's always AFC.
Steelers, Colts, Broncos.
Yeah. It's always the AFC.
Ravens, yeah. Yeah.
But
and with the quarterbacks in the AFC right now, it might be that way for a while.
I agree. I don't know how it's even possible, but it's the same thing. Like the West in the NBA is always better than the East. It's just how it works. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Until Mr. Goff puts his name in that MVP.
Until Mr. Goff takes the Lions to go 8-9.
And somehow win that division.
I think the last time we played you guys was Kelsey's lateral to Shady.
It is because I was at that game.
Were you really?
Yep.
Did you shit yourself when you saw that?
Yeah. Actually, I think I bet the Chiefs that game, even though I was at it. Kind of sucked. But I don't think the Chiefs ended up covering. I think they won and didn't cover. So I think I was SOL both ways. If I remember right.
Probably. You guys played us tough. I do remember that.
It was a really good game.
Swift kind of fucked our shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good game to be at for sure. Also, that hat is sick, Ben. Is that new?
Thank you. It is. Oh, God. Find out which way. This is the draft hat.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
From this year.
I like that.
And I had like all the intention of buying this hat at the draft, but of course they were completely sold out. So this is an NFL.com special. Same
Nobody
hat.
has to know that.
Yeah.
Before we get into it,
put it on
when are the Chiefs going to have to change their name?
Stop it.
It's Juneteenth. I mean, it makes sense.
Juneteenth is not about the
Wake
Native
up,
Americans.
Ben. Get woke. Get woke.
I'm going to, if that happens, that's going to be such a sad day. Because I'm a fan of the tomahawk chop. I'm a fan of the Chiefs name and logo. They do a lot for the Native American community.
The Reds are the next one to get banned, so you at least have a buffer.
The Reds.
I always thought it'd be the Browns.
Or the Browns. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, you got yourself a little buffer for sure. But as soon as one of those go down, you better start
Actually, in all seriousness, well, I think people don't really care as much about that as they did. So I'm hoping no more name changes. But I think the Seminoles could be next on the list, and I love the Seminoles name and logo.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was going to ask. What about the Braves? Between those three, Chiefs, Braves, Seminoles. Seminoles probably the first one, right?
I would think.
Like, what about the Aztecs or does anyone get mad at those guys or
I don't think so.
I don't know anything about this really, but I know the Saints were under some fire there for a while. Over their logo. Their logo is something.
It's just like a French thing, I thought.
Yeah, the French burl or
Fleur de Lis.
Fleur de Lis.
I'm not sure, but I remember in college when I was studying sports, I had a ton of classes, and that was like a huge topic.
Huh.
Or the Patriots. I mean,
if the Chiefs are out, I'm boycotting the Patriots so hard. As a white guy, a white American, I am unbelievably offended.
Some of the gosh, the Indians were so much better than the Guardians. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guardians is trash.
And then obviously
the logo's trash.
The Redskins was like To me, that's an all-time logo. I don't know.
I
What about the
agree.
What about the Blackhawks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that logo too, though.
It's iconic.
All the Indian logos are awesome.
That's true, dude. They really are.
They're awesome.
All the
Man,
Native
What about those Canucks? Anyways,
the Canadians.
The Canadians. Good grief.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, sure. The
I'm pretty
Flames.
sure-
That's about
pretty
Australia.
Ancient Sparta had slaves, so get those Spartans out of there.
That's true.
No.
Oh, no, no.
Yep.
Have you ever seen a Wolverine walking around Michigan?
No, we killed them all.
Who's we? The Chiefs?
Oh, good. That's good. No, I think it was just the Patriots on that one.
Okay.
You know who will never be canceled? The Buckeyes. Nobody cares about a nut.
It's true. Yeah, that's true.
I think someone out there cares about a nut somewhere.
Yeah. Some real upset squirrels dancing around.
Oh, man.
What a tangent. This is what
Yeah.
you get when you tune in.
It is.
Yeah. This is Lives. Welcome to Green Live, everybody.
I'm not even a Florida State fan. If Matt Lasser is watching this, he could probably chime in here. But if that
Oh,
gets
yeah.
changed, I might boycott college sports just because it's iconic.
It is. It is.
Anywho, football?
I'm still on these teams, man. It's
I'm
bad.
still on the
We need to get
Redskins.
back.
I can just keep going.
I
You
know,
got
like
you
Texas
got the Tar
Rangers.
Heels. That's something.
Look at this little dude. It's like
Oh,
the
he's
coolest
dope.
logo of all time.
That is really nice.
Oh, well.
I gotta look something up.
I
real quick.
digress. It could have been worse. They could have shipped the Lions over to LA back in 08 after they didn't win a game. So that was
Ever think
rumored.
about that?
I think it was rumored.
Wow.
That right there. That right there. If they're gonna change it to
That
anything,
should have
that
been
should
it. That should have been it.
Absolutely.
That is my fantasy team.
That is awesome.
I got a nice little trucker hat with that logo on it.
Do you really?
I do. I'll wear it
Dude,
next live or something.
that's fantastic.
Where are you? There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back.
Was that an Etsy purchase?
I believe so. Probably.
If you still got that link somewhere, you might have to send it my way.
Okay. Absolutely.
I
man.
might need to get my hands on that.
I mean, I've probably had it for like 7 years, but I can find it. I can find
Okay.
it, no problem. It's kind of comfy too. It's a good hat.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not some Etsy garbage.
I like it. Yeah, I think I want that.
All right. Ready to talk some football, guys?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Who wants to start and what division do we want to do?
Should we go cardinal directions again?
Yeah, sure.
All
Start
right, so
north?
the north.
Save the best for last.
That's true. I can start with the north.
Okay.
As always, the north is, I think, one of the more funner divisions in the NFL. I think has the most rivalries. Yeah, just really fun to watch. Super competitive. But I do have the Bengals winning that one. Their win total right now is at 11.5, right around 11.5. The DraftKings lines are a little weird, but 11.5 is what I saw it at. Honestly, I don't know what the Bengals finished last year. I think they're 11-5 or 10-6, one of those two. Oh, they did have that bye game, so something weird. I don't know. I think I'm not going to touch that. I think they're going to be right around 10, 11 wins, the Bengals. So I'm not going to touch that. I do think they're going to win the North. I'm actually going to go Cleveland at number 2 in that division. Their win total set at 9.5, same as Baltimore. I have Baltimore at 3. But Deshaun Watson, full year back. I know it's hard to come back after not playing for a while, but I'm going to just trust Watson's going to do it. So I like him to, he'll probably make a wild card push there for the Browns. I kind of like them right around 10 wins. Ravens, I have third at 8 wins. And then Pittsburgh is going to be Pittsburgh at 6-11 for Pittsburgh. But I think the Bengals are going to take it. Then Baltimore and Cleveland are going to fight for that wild card spot.
Okay. You want to go, Ben, or you want me to go?
I can go.
Okay.
So I have Bengals at 12-5. I just think it's the Bengals division to lose until further notice. That offense is great. They're going to have Jamar Chase. I think they're going to sign him to a long-term contract, Burrow to a long-term contract. They're going to try to sign T. Higgins to a long-term contract. I think if they do sign T to the contract that he wants, it's going to mess him up for the future. And that's going to be at the detriment of the defense. Right now, the defense really isn't that bad. So I have them at 12-5. Ravens at 9-8. They got Lamar. Can he stay healthy? We'll see. I think he does. I think he has a pretty good year this year. But just with the lack of offensive weapons and their defense is like vaulted as it has been, they really weren't that good last year. So they got Roquan Smith, but they lost Marcus Peters. So I have some concerns about them. And 9-8, I think, is actually a pretty fair record for them. And then Steelers 8-9, kind of like the same thing. I think that the Steelers have a better offense than the Ravens, and I think they have a better defense. But is it a coaching thing with Tomlin? I don't know why. I just don't have, or maybe it's a Pickett thing. I just don't have the same confidence in Pittsburgh that I do with Baltimore. And Browns at 7-10. I think the Browns are fine. I love Myles Garrett. I think Deshaun Watson's going to be better this year. I think Nick Chubb's going to be great. They have a good offensive line. Just with the schedule they have this year, they're going to be really facing an uphill battle.
Yeah, I like Baltimore to win this division.
Shocker, fading Joe Burrow.
I think this is a resurgent Baltimore team. I think they're really good. Think they have a shot of going to the AFC Championship game, depending on how the playoffs fall, even though obviously, like we've said, that conference is extremely tough, but conference and division. But yeah, I think Lamar plays really well this year, and I'm not really a Lamar guy. But I just think the Ravens get the best of Cincinnati this year. I still think Cincinnati's really good. Kind of like a few of the divisions last week, I could see both teams winning 10, 11 games. And it coming down to the tiebreaker or, last game, maybe Baltimore wins since he loses, something in there. So I think it's really close. It could go either way, but I do like Baltimore to win it since he's second. And I think Cleveland and Pittsburgh are going to be close too. Kind of like Kenny Pickett. I think he's going to be a pretty good quarterback. Mike Tomlin never had a losing season, so it's kind of tough to say he's going to this year. So kind of like you, Ben, I have him right around the 8-win range with a chance of winning that 9th game to keep that streak going. And I'll put Cleveland right down in that range too, 7-8 wins. Just going to need to see more out of Deshaun Watson as a Brown before I can really start backing them. And they're just the Browns. I mean, they've had so much hype since Baker and OBJ and Jarvis Landry and Myles Garrett and all the guys they've gotten over the last 5-6 years. And they had 1 year when they were decent. Kind of disappointing every other year. So I'm just not going to buy into Cleveland again.
Yeah.
Some different views on that one. I could have told you that Ethan was going to do that to Joe Burrow, but that's okay. All right, the AFC South. I think we're all in agreement here on the number one team. It's got to be Jacksonville. They're at, I don't know. Line's weird. 9.5 I have them. I think they're probably at 10 on 10.5 most books. I think they're probably, I'll go 11-5. Is that right? 11-6 for Jacksonville. They're going to smoke this division out of the water. This division sucks. So Jacksonville has an easy win. I'm actually going to go Indianapolis next. I think they're the most talented. Quarterback wise, they have no idea, but I like Minshew as probably a starter for a majority of the season. They might try Richardson out late, but I like Minshew. I trust him. And then you have JT. Their defense is still really good. So I think Indianapolis can come in second. Third and fourth, your guess. I mean, I have Tennessee at 3 just because I think Houston's going to be trash, but Tennessee is also going to be miserable. Both teams I don't see winning over 7 games. I think Houston might go under 5 wins, could possibly go 4-13. Houston's going to be terrible. I do think Tennessee might be a little bit better than Houston, but both those teams are going to suck. So really a crappy division. We all knew it was going to be a crappy division, but I think Jacksonville has a legitimate chance of making once again another deep run in the playoffs this year.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely love that, Wyatt. I think we're going to be, you and me are going to be pretty close in this division. Also, Jaguars at 10-7 is what I have them at. I think they could even finish a little bit above that. I think that this is a great team in a crappy division. So you're pretty much automatically penciling them in to start the year, 6-0. So I really like the Jaguars. They have a harder schedule because they won it last year, so they have to play obviously the other first place teams. And then I got the Colts second at 7-10. My concern about Minshew is that the fans and management turn on him because they've been looking for that quarterback for so long. It's just been some non-mobile white guy, and that he kind of fits that bill again. So if he's not playing well, Richardson, I mean, he's shown he's got high character, so the fans like him. They drafted him at 4th overall. I think he could be starting sooner rather than later. I think that would be at a detriment of the team because I don't think he's ready, but I could see them heading that direction. I got the Texans 3rd at 6-11 just because I like Stroud. I think the offense is going to be okay. I like Dameon Pierce a lot. That's that Ohio State education for you right there. I think they're going to be better than they were last year. Because if we remember, they traded up to 3rd after picking 2nd and got Will Anderson, one of the best defensive players in the draft. So I think, and a new coach. I need to say that too, D'Amico Ryans. I think that they're going to be much better coach than they have been in the past, and a much better team than they have in the past. And I got the Titans at 5-12. Titans are going to be dog shit. I mean, you got a 29-year-old running back that is your entire offense, and then you have, I think it's a 3-way quarterback battle. I think there's a chance Tannehill doesn't start the season. You got Tannehill, Malik Willis, who's shown he can't do it. So I say 3, but it's really between him and Levis. Levis is just a younger Tannehill. I think they probably win the same games no matter who they throw out. Their defense is all right. The Titans are just such a low ceiling team for me.
Yeah, we all see pretty eye to eye here. Jacksonville and a runaway for me, 12-5 is what I'm going to put their record at. I think they are going to look really good this year. Obviously, easy to look good in that division, but I think they're a really good team. And I think that comeback playoff victory against the Chargers last year is going to carry over into this year. Really like Jacksonville going forward. Love Indy as the second team in this division. Still, honestly, like one of the more talented teams in the NFL. I think Andrew Luck kind of really screwed them out of potentially another championship. If he stays, I think they probably would have had a top 2, 3, maybe even the top talented team in the league the last few years. So I think this is probably their most steady quarterback that they've had in the last couple of years. And yeah, I really like Indy to blow out Tennessee and Houston. You can actually get Indy to finish this division second at plus 260 on DraftKings.
Ooh.
Love that. Because they're currently projected to be the 3rd team. So absolutely love Indy there. It's going to come down for who starts for Houston at quarterback for me. If it's Stroud, they're going to finish 4th. I think I mentioned it last week, but rookie quarterback with rookie head coach never ends well. If it's Davis Mills, I think they pick up enough wins, maybe 5 or 6. And I think Tennessee is going to end maybe I'm putting them down with like 4 wins. I just don't think they're going to be that good. So
they're not.
Yeah. 3 shitty teams and Jacksonville.
Can I just add real quick before I move on? Can you imagine if Andrew Luck was still playing like the quarterbacks in the AFC now that Rodgers is over there?
Yeah.
There would be enough playoff spots for like elite quarterbacks.
Yeah. I mean, when he left, that team, their offensive line was great. Their defense was pretty damn good. They still had T.Y. Hilton for like another year or two. Yeah, I don't know. That sucks. I have a lot of family who are Colts fans. I'm sorry, Colts fans.
Hey, they have a Super Bowl. Cry me a river.
Yeah, they had Peyton Manning and then Andrew Luck. It's not all that bad.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe the most controversial one, I think, in this group, the AFC East. I'm going to go with Buffalo to win it if Allen doesn't get the Madden curse and breaks his neck week 6. So I like Buffalo. They're at like 10.5, 11 wins. I'm going to have them. I'll go 12 again. I think, well, they might have, I'll go 13-4 for Buffalo. Then high ceiling Buffalo, probably best record in the NFL. We'll lose probably round 1, round 2 of the playoffs. You know, the common Buffalo story we've seen the last 5 years. I like Buffalo to win it, though. And then I am going to take my boy, Sweat Lodge. He might be in Ethan's house right now with no AC. Sweat Lodge, Aaron Rodgers to finish number 2 with the Jets. Their win total's 9.5-ish, 10, somewhere around there. I think they're going to finish 10-7. Too good of a defense, and they made huge improvements on offense. I know that's probably a debatable statement, but I mean, Rodgers is better than whatever 4 quarterbacks they started last year. They're bringing over some wide receivers. I think Lazard's over there. They got a couple young wide receivers, and then Rodgers is still a top 10, 12 quarterback in the league. And then defense-wise, unreal. In the secondary, their secondary is so good. However, they are, I think, in the toughest passing conference in the NFL, or division in the NFL. But they showed it last year, and they did fine. So I like the Jets at number 2. I'm going to go with Miami at number 3, right around that same thing. They're going to be battling with the Jets for that final, probably that wild card spot. It is going to be a wild card spot. So I have them. We'll call it 9-8 if fingers can stay non-fingers, and then we'll take the Patriots to finish last. I have them really struggling. We'll go 6-11 for the Pats.
Oh,
you knew it was coming.
I did too. I was gonna say it if you didn't.
If you're a better Green fan, you know who fingers is. I kind of coin flip for the winner of this division because I have both the Bills and the Dolphins at 11-6. I think that the Dolphins got a lot better this offseason. If Mr. Tua can stay healthy, then I like their chances a lot. I think it's going to come down to, I think they're going to split their I think they're going to split the series, and it's just going to come down to like strength of schedule, who they win against. And I think the Bills will have that advantage because I see the Bills probably beating the Chiefs. They love beating the Chiefs in the regular season and then losing to them in the playoffs. They'll take Bills first, 11-6. Dolphins second at 11-6. And then Aaron Rodgers at 10-7, just right behind them. I think this is a really good division. Aaron Rodgers is going to come in and instantly take this team. It hurts me to say it. That's why I'm trying to like find a way not to totally say it, but be championship caliber level of potential. They got the players, they got the defense. Can Aaron Rodgers get it done? He's shown in the past as a number 1 seed in Green Bay. The answer is no. So in the regular season, I think he'll do what he normally does and he'll dominate. And then Patriots at 6-11. And that was a generous 6 wins because if you look at the Patriots schedule, I think of all the teams that we've looked at, we did NFC already. So out of all the teams, I think the Patriots have a very, very, very hard schedule.
But they're going to get D-Hop.
Okay. Still 6-11.
Yeah, I really don't have much to add because, Ben, we're basically eye to eye, I think.
Beautiful.
In our futures episode a couple weeks ago, I did give out the Bills to win this division, but I'm kind of seeing right where I've had a little change of heart. I think Miami and Buffalo are right there. Could be same record. And my reasoning behind this is I think Buffalo is going to regress a little bit in the regular season, but then progress in the playoffs this year. So what they've been doing is just killing the regular season and obviously the early playoff exits. I think it kind of reverts the opposite this year. So yeah, I guess the jury is still out on who I really think is going to win this division. But for the sake of this show right now, I'm going to go Miami wins it. If if fingers doesn't fingers. If he does, I mean, they're good as done. But I'll take Miami to win it. Did you say 11-6,
Yeah.
Ben?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take somewhere right around there for both teams. Miami wins it. Jets, I'm going to take one less win. I think they only win 9 games, but win it, probably squeak into the playoffs. And then the Patriots, I'll 5 or 6 wins, right? Kind of same ballpark as you, Ben. Yeah, I think Belichick is kind of at the end of his ropes here. Probably gets a little bit fed up. We probably see him lose his shit a few times this year.
Yeah. There seems like it's really starting to boil over. I feel like guys been seeing kind of the reports and stuff. Bill's been like, I think Kraft's putting pressure on him, and Bill's kind of been able to like right the ship enough so people aren't really saying anything about it by having these like decent seasons. I think it falls apart this year. And yeah, like you said, this is Bill's legacy, and so I think he's gonna get upset too.
I mean, is anybody outside of Patriots fans gonna be sad to see the Patriots finally win like 5 games?
Right.
We've been waiting for this for like 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, the big bad boy division.
That one.
Kind of.
Get your nuts ready.
All right. The AFC West. Unfortunately, I got Kermit the Frog and Patty Mahomes taking that division easily. This is going to be an easy win. I think the Chargers are going to go down a bit. I'll get into them in a second. I have Kansas City at 12 wins. We'll go 12-5.
Sorry, I got a little bit of Wolf of Wall Street going on, man. I just didn't expect that coming from you, Wyatt.
Yeah, Kansas City 12-5. I do have the Chargers at number 2, but I do think the Chargers are going to struggle a little bit. We'll go 9-8 for the Chargers. Then Denver, I really hope Denver sucks, but I got Denver, then the Raiders, unfortunately. I really want to put the Raiders over Denver, but I'm going to go Broncos over Raiders. I'll take Denver at 7-10. We'll take the Raiders at 6-11. I think the Chiefs are going to kind of walk away with this one. Again, I think the Chargers I don't know. I think they're overhyped a little bit. I don't know. Their coach was under fire at the end of last season. There was a lot of speculation there. I think there's a lot of pressure on him to succeed, and I don't know if he has the nuts to. This is just the nuts division, so the nuts to withstand that pressure. So I think the Chiefs are going to win this one dominantly. Chargers are going to struggle at 9-8. Broncos 7 wins. Raiders 6 wins.
I like it. So I'm better in green when we say fingers. We're talking about obviously Tua for a certain reason. In the Bengals locker room, fingers refers to a different man. Jamar Chase. That's who.
I thought it was Zach Wilson.
2 rings, Patty Mahomes. They're going to take it again. I had them at 14-3. I was going through. There's a chance they're like 9-0 heading into the bye week by the time they face the Eagles. Will they? I don't know.
No.
There's not.
You can't go 9-0 when you lose week 1.
Stop. There's 2 games that I think they could potentially lose. That's week 4 against the Jets, and I believe it's like week 8 against the Chargers, or week 9, one of those 2. So I have them going 14-3. Chargers, I have them at 12-5. That offense is just so freaking good, and they just got another great receiver. And honestly, I don't think the Chargers schedule's that hard. I really don't. I think that they're going to struggle with the Chiefs and a couple other teams, but Well, I'll get to the other two teams now. Broncos, I have them at 8 and 9. I think they're going to be better, but I don't think they're going to go from just like one of the worst teams in the league. I think if they weren't number one, they were top 3 worst offenses last year. Sean Payton, I think he makes them better, so close to 500, but I don't see them being great. Raiders, I had them at 4 and 13. I just don't see many winnable games on the Raiders schedule. Kind of like, I don't know if who I want to compare him to, but Garoppolo's such a low level quarterback. I think with the options he's going to have, I think DeAndre Hopkins fine. I think Jacobs is going to take a big step back. I think the Raiders won more games than they should have last year. So I've been saying this for years now. I think the Raiders are closer to a rebuild than a Super Bowl team.
I'm going to go completely rogue on this nuts division. Not completely wrong, because the Chiefs are winning it.
Yeah.
But it's going to be close. I got them winning about 12 games.
Okay.
I actually have the Broncos winning about 11. And I'm either going to be really right or terribly wrong. I just think with Sean Payton, Russell Wilson is going to have a bounce back year. Another year working with his teammates. I think Russ is too good to just write him off that quick. I think their team's fairly talented. And I think obviously Sean Payton's a great coach. So I think it's going to work out really well for them. I think they're going to compete. Kansas City's ultimately just still better coached and more talented, better quarterback, all the above. But I think it's going to be close. I'm actually going to take Jimmy G and the Raiders to be third. And this is another put up or shut up because I've been backing Jimmy G. I feel like since we've started this show. I think they're not going to be great, but I think he gets some 8 wins probably. I think he's just consistent. I think he's a winner. I think he has good players around him. I would agree though, Ben, that like they are closer to a rebuild than a Super Bowl, but I just think they're just right there in the middle, and I think that's how they're going to play.
Outside of Devontae, though, who do they have?
Well, talked last week. Renfro is going to lead the league in receiving.
No, don't say anymore. I'll just leave it there.
Okay. You guys owe me like a bag of donuts or something when that happens.
I will happily, dude. I will Postmates it to you, whatever.
Oh, man. And then I'm going to take the Chargers to fall drastically 5 wins. And I don't, just a feeling I'm getting. I think Herbert has a banged up year, unfortunately. I hope I don't speak that into existence, but I could see it. Ultra talented, ultra good offense. But I think Brandon Staley probably gets canned early for horrible coaching mistakes that he's been known to make. I think the team just kind of falls apart. I think they're kind of the shock of the NFL this year. So I'm going to give them only 5 wins. I think they fall in that division.
Tough.
Rogue.
Yes. I love it. I love it if you would switch the Raiders and Chargers.
Yeah.
And I was kind of rough on the Broncos. I do agree with you. I think they are going to be better with Sean Payton. I just looked at their schedule. Their schedule's really tough too. That's the problem with the Broncos.
Yeah. Well, if they play primetime much, they're only going to put up like 2 points, so that's going to hurt.
Yeah. How do we think the AFC does in the playoffs? Who do we think the final teams are? Final 4?
See, it's such a crapshoot because Cincy, Kansas City, and Buffalo are so any team can win any game between those 3, I feel like. Even though I have 2 of those teams not even winning their own division, but I don't know. Yeah. AFC is just tough because it all just comes down to matchups, I feel like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not going to say the Chiefs aren't going to finish well. I think the Bills – I'm going to go Bills. I think the Bills finally do it.
You think they win the AFC or win the whole thing?
I'll say they win the AFC, lose to San Francisco.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Chiefs again, but I'm gonna have, and I'm not sure how the matchup's gonna work in the playoffs, but however it is, it's going to happen that the Chiefs are gonna play the Jags in the AFC Championship game.
Oh.
Chiefs are gonna win, but we saw the Jags make a deep run last year with a worse team than they have now. So I think I really like the Jags. Defense is phenomenal. Obviously, offense got a whole lot better with Ridley. So I'm going to go Jags, Chiefs, and I do think the Chiefs are probably going to win that.
With the Diggs issue, it's really scaring me off of Buffalo. So, and I really like Miami, but I think the problem in Miami is quarterback. Because, I mean, those weapons are crazy. Like, if Aaron Rodgers went to Miami, Miami might have been my pick. But
yeah.
It's hard not to say it's going to be Mr. Tagovailoa. I think is how you pronounce it.
For how many weeks?
Dr. Fing. I feel like it's hard to say any team besides the Chiefs and Bengals. So I'm just gonna go the 3-peat Chiefs versus Bengals.
Chiefs.
I'll go Chiefs again, yeah.
Burrowhead.
Yeah, at Burrow. Well, that's another thing. Do we think it's at Arrowhead again? What would that be? 6 straight years now? I think we're at 5.
Really?
I think so.
That Cincinnati has played at
that Arrowhead's hosted the AFC Championship game.
Okay.
Every year since Mahomes lost to Brady.
Yep.
That overtime game. Every year it's been in Arrowhead.
Crazy.
Interesting.
It's never been at Ford Field, the NFC.
Were they away in 1991?
I don't believe. I don't know. How they
made it, and they made it with Sanders to the NFC Championship. I don't know if it was home or away.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
I think it was 91 or 92. I think that was also our last playoff win.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right.
Unfortunately.
Until
hey, if you want to be in the Hall of Fame and retire early, come to Detroit. Happy to have you.
Yeah.
Why put in 18 seasons when you can just put in 10?
And quit while you're still at your athletic peak.
One could say Sanders and Calvin Johnson were geniuses, and some would say Tom Brady's an idiot.
Yeah.
They retired way earlier.
Yeah. If Tom Brady played in Detroit, he probably wouldn't be kissing his kids on the mouth, open-lipped.
No.
Why? I have no idea, but
much too cold for that. Chapped lips, you don't want that.
He'd probably still have a wife.
How was I gonna go there?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Apparently she's really good at judo or whatever now.
Is she?
Isn't she with like her karate instructor?
Well, the rumors she was with her taekwondo or something, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. 91. They were 12-4. They were first in the NFC Central. You guys lost the championship game to the Redskins. I believe that was.
Yeah, I think we blew out Dallas the game before that. And then got blown out by the Redskins.
Yeah, you guys won 38-6 against the Cowboys and then lost 41-10.
Oh, good God. You could have left that one out.
But we were in the NFC Championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys want to know a fact? Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Lions division more recently than the Detroit has won their own division.
Oh, good Lord.
Back when it was the Central. And Tampa was in there. I think. You might want to check my facts on that, but I think that's how that
That's
goes.
just gross.
Yeah.
The 1991 season would have had the 1992 Super Bowl. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Redskins won that Super Bowl. This was like in the middle of the Bills losing 4 straight.
See, all we had to do was beat the Redskins, and we probably are Super Bowl champions.
We weren't even born yet, though.
Nope.
Like, I wouldn't have cared if they had lost every single game until I became self-aware, but it's tough now.
Yeah.
I've been self-aware for almost 3 years now. No championship.
Yeah.
I'll be here all night.
Isn't that weird when you're 5 and you just like gain cognizance?
Yeah, gain
It's like,
memories.
yeah. Oh, I remember things now.
Oh yeah, this is great.
Sucks. I mean, isn't it crazy that some teams had more wins after their first game than Detroit had all of 2008?
Or
That's
like,
insane. We've been through it.
Like Tom Brady has just as many NFC championships as Aaron Rodgers, or
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Brett
we
Favre,
go.
or I don't know what other like he's in the NFC for 3 years.
Yep.
It's nuts.
And had it after his first year.
Yeah.
Talking about that
Pain.
division of Favre, though, has any team done less with more than the Packers? Jesus, you had Favre and Rodgers for like long careers.
Yeah. I did Favre ever win?
He had one.
I think, yeah,
He
he
had
had one.
And
against
Rodgers
Denver.
has 2010 or 2011, one of those years.
But they weren't even going to Super Bowls. Like Rodgers, I think he's only been to that one.
Right?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I think he's only been to one. They've been in the
That's
NFC
bad.
Championship a couple times, though.
I would
Wow.
somewhat argue the Colts. A little
With
bit.
Manning and Luck.
Yeah, mostly Manning. Just for how many great teams they had there, but just couldn't get past Brady most of the time. Or the Chargers had their number for whatever reason.
Yeah, but just I think the Colts were at least getting to Super Bowls. Like, didn't they lose to Drew Brees?
Yeah, I think that was the only other one except their win against Chicago. I think he only went to
How
2.
the hell did Chicago make it?
Dude. Because Devin Hester had 94 return touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's still mine. That Super Bowl was so fun. Didn't he return the opening one?
Mm-hmm.
Just ridiculous.
Yep.
And who was your quarterback at that time? Grossman?
Rex Grossman.
Yeah.
Hussein
Wow.
Muhammad, Bernard Berrien.
How are the Bears so bad?
They had Urlacher too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
How
their
are the Bears bad?
receivers, their receivers and quarterbacks, like all-time stats are garbage, dude. Isn't Jay Cutler like their leading quarterback, like almost all their stats?
Yeah, probably.
That is
Defense.
true.
The dude
Defense
didn't
has
even put
been
out a cigarette.
great.
He'd just be smoking
Smoking day.
mid-game.
Defense. They're let me look something up quick. One of their drafts had like I think Dick Buck, Gale Sayers. It was like 4 Hall of Famers in one draft. Let me see. 1965 NFL draft.
1965. You remember this?
Back-to-back picks. They had the 3rd overall and the 4th overall pick. Dick Buck, Gale Sayers. And they had the 6th overall pick. Jesus, how many teams were in here? 14. Okay. I thought there was maybe more.
Draft.
Oh, this one hurts. You guys know that receiver that played at for Seattle forever, Fred Biletnikoff?
Mm-hmm.
I guess Detroit drafted him.
Really?
No. Someone goes on to have a good career after Detroit. Get out of town. That never happens.
Crazy. All right,
wanna-
thought it was better, but
I want to ask you guys a quick question too. While we're on this topic, teams have never won a Super Bowl: Vikings, Chargers, Cardinals, Browns, Falcons, Bills, Panthers, Jags, Titans, Bengals, Lions, Texans. Do any of them have a chance to win this year?
Bengals, Bills, Jags.
Not Vikings.
Bengals, Bills. Not Vikings.
No.
Jags, they'd have to get a lucky draw in the playoffs.
I mean, Bills and Bengals is obvious. I think Jacksonville is going to make another run. I don't know if they have the talent though to get it. I don't know. It's either them or the Texans.
Yeah. I was going to say the Cardinals have a better shot at the XFL championship before they win the Super Bowl.
Are we sure they could win though?
Oh, they couldn't.
Those teams are gritty, way grittier than the Cardinals.
They're gritty.
More fans too.
Yeah. Beer snakes.
Yeah. I was playing playing Madden the other day with the Cardinals, and even the video game didn't have any fans in the stands. I couldn't even make that shit up.
You lost, I assume?
Oh, how do you not? No, I fantasy draft. I would never play as the Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
I just ran for like 300 yards with DeAndre Swift. I gotta mention, my offensive line is Tristan Wirfs, Quentin Nelson, Creed Humphrey, Frank Ragnow, and the like right or left tackle for the Chargers. What's his name? Damn, Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
So it's like all those guys are like 90+ run blocking.
Yeah, that'll do.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I got Malik Willis too, so it's just all running team.
Just read option.
Pretty much. With Jamison Williams on a go route every single play.
Yep, there you go. He's on the field?
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing about video games. They're so unrealistic. Swift is leading the league in rushing. Hasn't missed a game. I was going to say,
you're telling me Swift has 300 yards rushing and Jamison Williams is running go routes. I like this. Would have liked it last year when Swift was there.
Madden 24, when it comes out, if you're playing franchise mode, like you play the first season and then when you go to start the next season, it's like your guy was suspended 6 games for gambling. You're like, holy shit, this is so realistic.
During COVID, I almost bet on a Madden simulation game.
Did you?
Too.
I almost did. I almost pulled trig. There was nothing on. It was like a Twitch thing. You could bet on the team to win.
Dude, was it the Bleacher Report thing?
I think so.
I think I was like legit watching those games. When the Lions would play, I'd be like, oh, Lions game's on.
The Lions game's on.
And then I pinned one.
That was a dark moment.
Oh, so dark. I was betting every form of soccer I could find.
Yeah.
And table tennis.
Will they quick sim it, or did they do it like where you can watch it?
They did like full game.
Did they really?
Yeah. Like play by play. They had announcers, like Twitch announcers. It was legit.
That sounds cool. I'm kind of sad I missed it now.
Did you
All
guys,
right, boys? Let's get cooking on a new virus.
Yeah. Did you guys ever watch Big Cat when he was doing the college football? I watched him all the time.
Yeah. Coach
Doug's,
yeah.
I forgot his players, but
Big Cat, he's Bleacher Report, isn't he?
Barstool.
See, yeah. I don't know. I think like the only Barstool one I like is the Sunday Conversations.
Yeah. Not as good as the Monday Conversations.
No. That's on a much better channel too.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
with much more wealthy guys.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Looks better. Much better produced though.
Yeah. Yes.
We didn't say anything about subscribing to win a draft board. So we're just going to throw it here at the end. Make sure you guys are subscribed to win this draft board. We're at 250. We hit our goal. Let's keep bumping that bad boy up. We're trying to give away some of these draft boards. Right here's how to do it. We're giving 2 away to some subscribers of ours. Comment your fantasy team name to be entered. Follow our page and share this post on socials. Guys, we're super excited about it. We are also releasing our draft guide July 7th. That is going to have over 100 pages of sleepers, breakouts, busts, player profiles. We're super excited for it. And do you guys have anything else before we get out of here?
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Actually, I think I just saw the Royals scored. Not ideal. 1-0 Royals. Go Tatis. Go Padres.
I was going to say, we got our point. You guys finish her out now.
Yeah. The under was the smart play in this game.
Yes. 2 crap offenses.
Yeah.
Cincinnati 1-0 right now. So we just need 9.5. Wait, was it 10.5? Need 10 more runs.
10.5.
10 more runs.
10 more runs.
Yep. Let's do it. All right. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Green Live. We are back on Thursday and Friday this week, so make sure you guys tune in to watch that. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys. Thanks.
See you guys.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top, hey. Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast. Better in Green.